Good morning, everybody. Welcome to DeHaven Family Farm. Thank you for joining me for today's video. So what we're going to work on today and possibly tomorrow if we don't finish it today is the big tree that is behind me. I will show you guys if I can step back here a second. Sorry if the sun gets in your face, but you can see this big double guy right here, and it is leaning over our gate. Over the course of time, especially this past year with all the rain, this tree used to be, it never was a vertical tree, but it's gotten way worse. Now it's to the point where it almost feels scary walking underneath it. It really is just leaning over the road. I know the camera really doesn't capture things too well, but so we are now standing right next to the gate, and that is what is directly above our heads. It's getting pretty sketchy now. We don't want anybody getting hurt. We don't want this falling at a bad time. So or wrecking my gate or my new opener or the fence energizer. So that's what we're going to work on here today. First is we got to get the fence energizer down. There's a solar panel for the gate opener. The gate opener's back there, all that stuff. We'll show you quickly taking that down. We'll leave the gate post here. We're going to loosen these guys up, the fence hinge brackets there. We're going to loosen those up so that we're actually going to remove all of this stuff, because there is no way that I can make this tree fall any other direction than right there in that gate opening, which is nice for the control. I'm afraid it might get tangled up there a bit, but I don't really have to worry about where it's going in terms of cutting it down, but I need to worry about not wrecking everything. So let's get started taking all that stuff apart. All right, got the battery. And then this piece will come down. And here's all your electronic stuff. All right, there. We've got all that fencing stuff down. All right, guys, we got the Mini down here. Of course, the gator with the chainsaw and stuff. I took the Mini over here before we go over there. I got the gate down. There was fence posts there. I kind of took those down and set them down in the ditch just to help protect them a little bit, because that it's going to be in the line of fire for the second round. And I brought the Mini over here and I cleaned this up a little bit. This is a pretty big tree. It does not look like it on camera, but from there to there is every bit of 4 feet. Now I'm not cutting down there. I'm not worried about that. We're going to go up and we're going to cut them in 2 separate sections, so I don't have to cut through 4 feet. But that's just trying to give you an idea of actually how big this thing is. I mean, it's crazy. So anyway, I'm going to cut this one here first. I'll do a slight back cut on it, and then I'm going to cut from the top down. Obviously it's leaning that direction. I'm sorry about the sun, but it's somewhat hung up in those trees up there, so I'm a little worried that it may roll funny towards me this way just because of the way those branches are. So I got to keep an eye on that. And of course the Mini's here to help clean things up, but also if it does get hung up, what I'm going to do after it drops is I'll hook a chain there, and I'll hook a chain to the Mini, and I'll be able to drag the bottom of this out and get it to basically fall down. So that's the plan. Whether it goes like it's supposed to, who knows, but we're going to give it a shot here. So let me get geared up and let's go. All right, we're getting ready to go here. Just want to show you our weapon of choice today here. We got the MS 361 Stihl with a 24-inch bar ready to go. So let's do it. Holy crap, that was rough. I'm sure you guys saw, you guys got covered in sawdust because there's a tiny light breeze and it is blowing right back in my face as I'm trying to cut. So I couldn't hardly see what I was doing. Not a good situation, but we got the first one down. It did actually fall all the way. So we'll cut it up into some pieces and we'll grab the Mini and we'll get it out of here and we'll take on number two. Number two we gotta watch because it's got a big one coming back over the area where I'm gonna be cutting. So let's get this baby cut up. Up off the ground, it won't dig in. That's just the tip of the day. Now I'm not going to do a perfect cleanup job here, obviously, because we have the other part of the tree to drop yet. So we'll worry about making sure everything's cleaned up nice, you know, after get that cleaned up. So for now we just need to get stuff out of the way. See how heavy this baby's gonna, oh, guess I'm not in the middle, not paying attention. There we go. Not to fall down here. Ugh. That's all the big stuff. Those are all just small 2-3 foot length branches. We're not going to worry about those. So let's get cutting the other tree. I'm not gonna lie, that was a bit scary because you never know. I did cut a wedge out on the lower side, but the chainsaw was over my head, standing down in that hole. From down there to up there is 6 feet tall. You never know if the thing's gonna break off funny and kick back at you. And I just couldn't reach the darn thing very well. Whew, covered in sawdust. So here's what we got. Definitely would have smashed my posts and my gate and everything else. The other one stayed out here a little bit more, still would have hit the gate, but most of this one was out here, the first one. Second one was definitely way back here, and it may still be sitting on the bottom of my fence post there. I don't know if you can see all the woodpecker holes in that thing, but I think it missed the gate. This one seems like there's going to be more to clean up than the other one. Yeah, it missed the gate. I don't know if you guys can see it. But it's right back there is the edge of it, leaning on them round bells. So, oh, bent that tree over in a horseshoe. So you got to watch stuff like that when you go to cut these up. If things start popping loose, that'll hit you in the face. But there we go. It's down. I just got to clean it all up now. So these trees are rather miserable to clean up. Luckily I have a machine to help. Right now what I'm doing is basically just raking up. This is all the sticks and branches really, not sticks, that shattered when the trees hit the ground. I still have to go back through by hand and pick up a bunch of stuff and hand rake stuff on the road just to get it cleaned up. But at least I'm able to use the machine to grab some of these bigger ones. All right, so I got most of the bigger stuff cleaned up. There is one log chunk down over in that ditch over there I still have to get. But I went ahead, there was an ash tree over there that was dead. The bottom of it was right over there. So I cut that down and just threw it off to the side. But before I clean this up all the way, and while that chunk is still laying in there to kind of protect my pipe and the fence posts that are laying on the ground, I thought it only makes sense. I know the sun's going to be in your face here, and I'm sorry. It only makes sense. There's an ash tree right here, and you can see how much that one is leaning right over it's towards the gate, towards the fence, over the road. So it just seems silly to leave that thing there because I'm only asking for trouble. So I'm going to go ahead and just take this ash tree down. I believe it's dead anyway, while I'm making a mess here. All right, sorry if there's dust on the lens. I'm a little shook from that one. That did not go at all how I thought it was going to. That almost took me out. I don't know if you guys could see it on the video because I was kind of down in this hole, but it did not. The center was rotten. You can see there, the center's rotten. I didn't realize it. So I'm just glad that I had a spot to run to over here to get out of the way. I usually try and back off, run away any tree I cut down because you just never know what's going to happen. But this time I'm definitely glad I did, because that could have bounced my direction instead of down the hill. So I'm going to take a minute, compose myself, and then I got to get over here to get this cut up and once again get the road cleaned up. All right, we're trying to grab this huge chunk of ash tree that about took me out. Come on, baby. I don't know if I can lift my blade up. I think it's probably going to tip me over. Oh yeah. I was able to get it up out of the hole, the ditch there, so that's good. So maybe what I'll do is just hop out and cut it into 2 pieces and get it out of here. Alright, I don't know if I'm in a good spot. We gotta try and get this big chunker up out of here now. I don't think there's any way I'm picking this thing up. I'm gonna try and do like half and half. Maybe I just need to get it up out of there. It's not even in a safe place to cut it. Come on. Come on. Oh, get off of that rock. There we go. Come on. Alright, there's that part. Now, I'm going to go over here. Get this up out of there. Maybe. Without breaking anything. It's not looking good. Come on. There's a stump under there it's getting caught on. There we go. I gotta be careful because I spin it, all those branches are gonna come back and hit the windshield here. So we gotta be careful. Oh, we got her. Oh. Well, I can drag it. It'll definitely be easier if I cut it in half to get it out of here. Alright guys, it still looks like a bomb went off here. Branches and stuff everywhere. But this is all cleanup work now that has to be done by hand. There's some bigger pieces here, but a lot of them, when you try and grab them with the machine, they just shatter. So, stuff like that. So, I'll probably bring the skid steer down and put stuff in the bucket and whatnot. So, nobody wants to watch me clean up little branches. That's pretty boring stuff. But we got I guess you could call it 4 trees down today. That was technically 1 tree, but it was wide off into 2. So it was 2 there. The one over there you didn't see me cut down. That was a little bit of a smaller one. And then that one over there that almost got me. And the piece, a bark fell down in there and I forgot to dig it back out. But anyway, so that's today's video, guys. I will try and leave a picture in the end if I remember. I'll finish cleaning this up tomorrow and I'll try and leave a shot here of what it looks like with the gate hung back up and everything, just so you can see that I did do it. So thanks for watching this video. Question, comments down below. I hope you enjoyed. Tried to do some different things there. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please don't forget to hit subscribe, the bell icon, and the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see y'all in the next video.